your product that you're going to put in it wherever possible, because crispy, cold product makes for a much, much better juice, particularly out of this machine, than if you're just going to use room temperature stuff. If you use room temperature product, you're going to get a damper pulp and also a not so good, it's going to be a pulpier juice. Alright, it's a bit the same as if you leave your stopper out. And also, room temperature juice is just rubbish. So you do want, you know, a refrigerated product. Just tastes better. It is just better. So that's number one. Number two is, this is not a standard conventional juicer with a big gaping hole where you can just mindlessly stuff anything that you can think into the chute and not worry about it. This is a fine instrument, okay? It requires just a little bit of chopping and pre-production just so that your product will drop down the chute, okay? Now, in particular, fibrous products such as celery, vanilla beans, and anything that's got long fibres to it, chop them down, okay? So you need to have like sort of 1-inch pieces. Carrots, people are always asking me about carrots. Don't put them in lengthways. I know there's people doing it on YouTube. Just cut them into discs, and so that it can just drop down in there. Now the other thing that I guess I get people contacting me about is I've put loads of product in there and the machine keeps stopping, and you know, what's going wrong with the Hurom? And I'm like, well look, you're just overloading it, right? So there's a rhythm. It's like it's an instrument, okay? So you chop up your product, drop a piece in, you'll hear, especially with the carrots, you'll hear a and then drop another piece in, right? And you work with the Hurom like that. It's going to juice faster than any other domestic juicer on the market, pretty much, I reckon. Come back to me and tell me if you think otherwise. So once you've got that rhythm going, you're going to find it's much better. If you overload it and stuff in, it's not going to be any quicker. In fact, it's going to be slower. The machine's going to stop because it thinks you're overloading it. Well, you are overloading it. Then you're going to have to hit the reverse button, and then you're going to be back into it again. So just get a rhythm. Listen to the machine. It'll tell you what it wants and when it wants it in its own little language. All right, so that's just about it. If you're going to be doing leafy greens, here's my other top tip. Any leafy greens, wheatgrass, leafy greens, then just basically get some Udo's oil or some flaxseed oil, and you can just either coat it on the vegetables that the leafy greens that you're going to put through, or just pour a bit down into the spout while it's going. You're not going to break it, and what that's actually going to do is that oil will stop all that foaming that you get from leafy greens. So I've just discovered you can do wheatgrass without all that head of foam that you'll normally get. So put a little bit of oil in there. Flaxseed, make sure it's obviously something that you can eat. Don't put a non-edible oil in. Yeah, that's leafy greens. Anything else? Don't put stones in it, so stone fruits, all the rest of it. That's going to potentially cause some damage to your Hurom. And yeah, I think that's kind of just about it really. So just to recap, cold product, chop your product down, always remember to put your yellow stopper in, and you know, juice on. And if you've any other questions, you can always contact us through our Facebook page or through you know, our webpage www.quarren.com.au. We're always more than happy to help because we think this machine rocks. So well done for buying one. Thank you very much for listening, and happy juicing.